The next level of your life demands a better you. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what do we got going on with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Fell down a little bit yesterday, right? Dropped below that $9,000 line, coming in at 8,000, bumping around there a little bit, down 4.4%. First time in 2 weeks we've gotten down here. Not exactly what everybody really wants. Of course, it's changing the sentiment of the market. Everyone's starting to wonder about, are we bullish? Are we bearish? Where are we going in the future? Is cryptocurrency and Bitcoin dead? Of course not. Of course, it's just silly rhetoric to either get you to part ways with your Bitcoin or think that it's not worth as much as it really is, because how much is the tool that's going to revolutionize the future worth? It's priceless, right? Because that's why one Bitcoin is worth one Bitcoin. It's not worth any fiat money, because fiat money in the future is garbage. It's worthless. They just print it out of nowhere. And the problem is that more and more people are waking up to this. And as they wake up to it, this 1.5% of us that's in cryptocurrency is going to grow. We're going to be 5%, 10%, 50%, the whole nation, the entire world, one currency that we can all trust and validate. What do you think about that, Samantha?
I think one coin to rule them all.
Okay.
I know.
My precious.
Yes.
So right now, with the price of Bitcoin being under $9,000, what are you thinking? Are you thinking hold tight, buy more, sell a little because we're going to go down even lower and you can make some more crypto out of the deal? Getting altcoins, right? You think an altcoin season could be right around the corner?
I am a hodler.
I mean, I think I seen VeChain was added over at the new US Binance.
It was.
Bert.
Yep. I mean, yes.
Our fire's looking a little pathetic over there, Samantha.
There is little kindling sparkness in your corner.
How's the light going?
The light is very good.
All right.
Yeah.
So, is there anybody in that chat? Did we rant long enough? Do we have some of our friends, our associates, our colleagues, our fellow cryptocurrency enthusiasts? Are they out here celebrating with us tonight?
Vention is here and he thinks I'm funny, but I'm bummed.
Vention. Yeah. I'm glad that you're here, my man. I do appreciate it.
Hi, Vention. It says we have 4 people watching, which we know is not a very good ratio. Like, it actually doesn't. I've had it say 3 people, and then as soon as we're done on the dashboard, say 19. So who knows, but 4 and 1.
Well, we're feeling a little bit of some crisp weather tonight here in North Florida.
Yeah.
I got 50, the hoodie on.
50.
Right? I got the Birdman hoodie.
Birdman hoodie.
I don't have a Bitcoin hoodie. I need to get one, right? Especially if we're going to be heading into the winter here. I definitely am going to have to be getting a Bitcoin hoodie.
You're sporting your
the work
detailing. Yep. The detailing hat. Oh, I am actually wearing the hoodie. Some Jesus saves like hoodie, but hey, whatever. It was free. It was left in a hotel room.
You can tell it's a special time of year when in Florida you got to put the hoodie on, right?
I know, right? I mean, the lights, even though you can barely see the strand, I really do think maybe we need more in the background, like you're saying. So that, because you can only see the one little corner, but it is good lighting, but it would make it so festive and sparkly if you could see it all.
I just know that as we're feeling the cool weather, right, as things are starting to change and we see this price of Bitcoin at below $9,000. I mean, I don't want to give financial advice. Don't get mad at me, you guys, but I see buying opportunity, Happening is closer than you can really imagine. I mean, I think it's like 184 days or something.
Oh, I just bought shoes last week for $7 because they were clearanced. I mean, like, we are definitely, don't worry about the price. Just buy in. I mean, really? Are you, Are you worried that Bitcoin is at some red tag sale, Black Friday-ness? I mean, it's going to be worth so much more.
I don't know. I guess if there really is a revolution in the future, right? And Bitcoin is going to be the tool that I get to use to demonstrate my power and authority, I want to have as much of it as possible.
Yep.
Right? Where if it is stuff like, because of Bitcoin, I'm capable of passing over borders.
That's why we do the stupid every hour on the hour faucets. And so it really does not matter. Every Satoshi matters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially when you own, like when you physically own it, when you have a hardware wallet or you're running your node or you got a air gap computer or even just it's on your cell phone.
Address that you own.
Yes, you have the private keys. You got the 12 or 24 word phrase to recover it. Then it's yours.
It's yours. Who cares if, I mean, coming from literally how we are, I mean, I am a pick of a penny. It is that kind of a thing. Like, it does not matter when we are cleaning hotel rooms and cars and this and that. I mean, every cent counts.
Well, I don't pick up pennies, but I do accidentally vacuum up change sometimes, and I definitely check the vacuum at the end of the week. I found $100 in there change before. So
yeah, he shook that bad boy out on our patio. It was like, what are you doing? It's all fluff and money. And he was like, in the money part's the part.
And there's a lot of quarters down there in between people's seat cracks, let me tell you.
I mean, it is every Satoshi matters. Why pass up something that you can get?
I don't know. I mean, just for the simple example, when we first got into this, right? They gave out 500 Satoshis at a faucet every hour.
Yep.
Now they give out I think it's 25, 27 or something.
The same faucet. Free, whatever thingy that your faucet affiliation thingy that you still have. Same one. It was so much more. And now it is, I mean, it is half a penny. But less than a year ago, they were giving out.
So what do we got going on in the chat over there, Samantha?
Okay. So we have Stephen McCoy. He says,
Stephen McCoy.
Hi.
How's it going, buddy? I'm glad that you could join us, my friend.
Eugene
you guys
and Sam.
Hit the thumbs up, please. It helps out the video, helps out the channel. Maybe it'll push it out a little bit. Maybe we can get some more friends in the chat, right? Because that's what this is all about. Talking about Bitcoin is how we spread awareness.
Josh is here. He says, shout out to you in the chat.
I'm glad that you're here, my friend.
Oh, Nomadic Giant is here. He says, hola.
Oh, the tallest man in crypto. Buddy, I'm glad that you could make it.
Does that ever get old?
It probably does.
I mean, it would just be like hottest girl in blankety blank. It would get old. You know,
Amanda B. Johnson's back?
Skinniest, whatever. Oh, whatever. With your sick Mormonism. I don't even know if it's a word, but it is now. Mormonism.
Sister wives. Come on.
Mormonism.
Amanda B. Johnson could join us, right?
Shut up. Zaza's here.
Zaza. How's it going, my friend?
Smackety smack, and she has babies and bangs. None of those are good. None.
So I don't have any work tomorrow.
No,
You do.
Yeah, I work for the man. Well, the Indian man? Is that a man? I guess it's a man. I don't know. I'm not actually sure if they pay taxes, so it might just be the man.
Oh, our fire's smoldering over there. I didn't have a bunch of news. I mean, I seen all kinds of different stuff. A lot of the same old stuff. Sentiment is where's the price of Bitcoin going to go? What's the future going to be? Stuff about Justin Sun coming out and the fact that, he was actually being pressured by the Chinese government to not come with the Warren Buffett thing. I mean, news all over the place with little tidbits. But as always, cryptocurrency is amazing. And Bitcoin is there leading the pack, right? I mean, we did cross 11 years now with the white paper. We are seeing adoption getting a higher rate. We are seeing more public figures discussing and talking and making jokes, right? That was the new one, is that on what was it? It was the comedy show. It was like a Saturday Night Live. Not something I watched. But he had made the joke about
Saturday Night Live-ish. Yeah, yeah, we don't watch, like, I don't know, political satire, comediness, but yeah.
But of course, it is still a little bit of a negative light, right? Bitcoin is still, dark web currency. It's still Ponzi-ish, right? You still hear those things. You still hear that we're fanatical. We're revolutionaries, right?
I don't know. I am very happy. I mean, like, sadly, I do not watch, like, political stuff, even in the Saturday Night Live, because they kind of do, like, you're famous or your politicalness.
I don't
But
know.
I mean,
I know that. Sorry.
yes, no,
I know
no.
that right now the price of Bitcoin is at least 2x,
Yes.
right? From where we were at the beginning of this year. So, hey, you started off the year, you bought some Bitcoin, you were looking at profit right now. But still, that's not the ultimate goal, right? And that's where there's always this confusion. And that's where I think people like to talk like they're in multiple lanes. And it's kind of that whole pick a lane, stay in your lane, right? What are you here doing? Are you really out there trading, making a paycheck? Are you just fooling around on the weekend trying to make a couple extra bucks like it's penny stocks?
You can't be a hodler and a trader and an investor, like, all together. That does not work. You do have to pick one. And it's not two of the three. It really is one. Do you want to invest in things that you really think are going to bring something to the verse and make it better? Or are you going to hodl Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies? I mean, whatever your nest egg is.
I mean,
or are you going to, like, leverage? You can't do it all. You can't. And we are done.
Samantha, it's difficult to be able to stay in all the different aspects, right? Because I keep talking about the revolution, right? And there's a lot of people that say that they're in it for the tech, that they're in here for the technology. Well, you can't be in here for trying to make money and be in here for the revolution and be in here for the technology. That's what I'm saying, is that you kind of have to pick where's your roots when it comes to Bitcoin and keep looking for aspirations in that.
Yeah,
I'm here for the revolution. Yes. I am here for the betterment of mankind.
That is what we decided, yes.
I am here for the peer-to-peer transactions.
I mean, when we did the grand scheme of things, and it was like, we don't have that much. We are not nest egging millions or $250,000 of dollars. We're not trading. We're not doing this. We're not doing that. When we came down to it, it was awareness and adoption.
So what do we got going on in the chat, Samantha? Does anybody else have any opinions? What are you guys thinking about Bitcoin? Are you guys scared about the price dropping down here below the $9,000 line? Do you think that the market's switching, right? Do you think that we've seen our peak there and that we're going to be heading back down into some sort of a bear market? Are you not concerned? Are you feeling like me and Samantha here? Are you thinking
hodlers?
Yeah. Are you thinking that the future of Bitcoin is just as bright as it's always been, as the world sees more and more turmoil? There's more and more protesting happening at hot spots all around the world. The economy is continuing to have quantitative easing, economic crisis, countless, all of fractional reserve banking, right? Countless countries practicing fractional reserve banking to endless accounts of money. That at the end of the day, who's actually going to pay this stuff?
I mean, I don't know. I do, even though Adam Meister is, he is very regimented. So, but I do like, the strong hands, strong arms, that whole, when I think of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, I am literally thinking 10 years and beyond for sure. So it doesn't bother me all that much when it does horrible things. Although I can say I got very happy when it hit 20,000. I did. I did. It was all like, oh my God, this is not happening. Like lotto ticket scratch off.
But it's those moments that mess up people's perception
Yes,
on this.
and
They
that is,
fixate
yes.
on those singular moments and
Because
not
you
on the.
think it'll happen again. Yes. Yes. I know.
So what do we got going on in the chat? Is anybody here? Is anybody talking? Are we just they lurking in the dark? They hanging out, checking out our backyard, seeing what's happening here in North Florida?
All right. So Vengeance says multiple wives. No thanks. Yeah, I don't know if you could sell me on that one either, Vengeance. All right.
I just think you have to be a strong man. Lots of alpha. All right, I'm just gonna stop before I dig a hole.
You just stop. Chuck that dirt right over the shoulder. Alrighty. So James Ben Hart says, "You drinking the good stuff? What's up?" Oh, brand like advertising that we are not sponsored for. Yay!
I'm not here to make any money. That's been a thing for quite a while around here.
I know, right? I couldn't imagine being so big that you had to turn the Pepsi can to like it not. No, it's just a blue can. It could be anything. All right. So Nomadic Giant says, I hear Russia is working on legislation to confiscate crypto in a couple of years. Not awesome. Although if you're going to like, I mean, I would say, yeah, like Russia and China are probably going to try to confiscate as much. I don't know.
I think I've heard that the people of Turkey actually have the most cryptocurrency. Like they're big hodlers of cryptocurrency.
That's kind of cool.
But I mean, they are also one of the countries that have seen some of the most economic crisis. So
they're an in-between country or whatever where, yeah, like it's like Muslim and something else. And I mean, like they are very turmoiled. They are.
The troubled hotspot.
Yep. My aunt lived in Turkey on an Air Force base with her family for a little while. I remember her saying, like, it was cool, but not cool. All right. Oh. James Hart says, your postings of Bitcoin at 1K 2 years ago should have made you guys sleep good tonight. I believe it. 1K 2 years ago today.
Yeah, I know. I get little because I share these videos to my Facebook, right? Trying to let the family see what I'm doing, right?
Yes, as they ask, like, what? How do you pay your bills? So, it's all like, I do this, and this. Let me show you.
And it reminds me, it does you did this 2 years ago, and it shares the posts and stuff like that. So it is funny sometimes because I'm reminded often because of that, of this show and how it's been running for 3 years and all of the changes. A lot of the ones where I'll post in the beginning, I used to post to my personal Facebook, like, Bitcoin just hit $766. Money, cha-ching, cha-ching. And it's like...
Yeah, I know. You'd have so many family members and, like, friends of family members being like, Bitcoin, question mark. Like, and stuff to the postings where you're all like, see, YouTube video, here's a link.
I mean, it's been a long road, so it's always narrow-sighted to get depressed in these little slulls. When the price dips down, when the price goes sideways, when the volume is, barely showing a blip on the bottom of the chart there.
We've come so far.
Yes, I mean it does feel far. It does, because when it was $500, $600, $700 when we got into this, we were talking about less than 1% of the population. We were talking about under $100 billion for a market cap.
We were talking about like college kids and like really. I mean, yes.
Yes, the ones in Maine there that has just started off teaching the first courses in blockchain.
In some computer labs at midnight when they shouldn't even be there, mining and downloading and doing things. I mean, are you kidding? Yes, we have come so far.
I mean, the news has changed. In the beginning, it was all about what's the next update, what's this country doing, what's this country's stance. Then it turned into, where is adoption levels going? What is the next cryptocurrency? Where is the cutting edge of technology? How is integration going to happen? Right? And now we're starting to take a lot of a step back as we're starting to see what's regulation going to look like.
Yes.
What is daily implication of this currency in everyone's life going to be?
What
We see
exchanges
Libra
have
light the
banned,
fire
yeah.
under a whole bunch of countries with this regulation because they were trying to take this, hey, we don't really want to mess with this crypto stuff because we could lose power.
Yep.
So, but when they seen that there's a situation here where cryptocurrency could be a win for the FANG corporations and it could be a win for the people, but it's always a lose for the governments. So when the FANG corporations came out with their own ideal for a cryptocurrency, it was a big problem because the governments realized that the FANG corporations had the ideal to push adoption. So they're going to squish this, but the problem is that here is the people trying to spread the same exact ideal with a decentralized currency. Do we have enough of a root with 11 years? Yes, I think we do, but we still have to keep fighting the uphill battle. And it's when you get all these people on the sidelines still looking and just, I want a Lambo, I want a Tesla. It's like, that's not going to work because this is a revolution.
You need to think longer than
We're
that.
trying to make a new country's currency. The country is the internet, and the currency is going to be the number one currency.
I love Silicon Valley, like love, because if you just
she's been watching the new season.
If you literally just impose Bitcoin instead of HyperNet, it is that kind of. Yes.
Well, then they're not really striving too hard to come up with a storyline because let me tell you, cryptocurrency is happening. You really can write stories out of this stuff just on the true events that are happening.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. It's high school drama, right? It is a gossip reel that is turning out 10 times faster than standard news.
Oh, it will happen in the next 5 years.
And the market never closes.
Next 5 years, housewives of the cryptocurrencies.
I couldn't imagine 2 years ago we were never talking about closing CME gaps, right? We would be like, what are you talking about? Futures markets?
Just get a
whole $1 million.
Get a whole little real life thing with Fluffy Pony there, Vitalik.
I know. I heard that Richard Hart tore Craig Wright a new one. That has to be funny. I need to check that video out.
I did, yes, because Richard Hart.
No, I don't like Richard Hart. Forget that guy. At first it was like, yeah, Florida boy, and then he was all like gothic, and it was like, all right, I related.
His throne chair, but yeah, he got.
But then he got all when he got squished out on his short, and he got all whiny on the internet.
Yeah, he got angry.
Then he tried to come up with his own cryptocurrency. I can do better.
He did get angry.
So that's what happens. Everyone loses their integrity at some point. It is
a small man who thinks that he is bigger than Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do better. Yeah, right.
No.
I don't know.
No.
I'm never somebody to think that I can do better. I always think that I can try just as hard, right? I can hopefully do just as good as you can do.
Yes.
Right. That's always at least my stance on everything.
I'm not saying that the whole horrible Satoshi is an alien, a pink something, a ghost this, a future traveler that. I am saying that, yeah, he definitely has it, and I doubt anybody else is going to be able to get it as good.
There's been too much change already because of the opening of Pandora's box of Bitcoin. Yeah. That there could never be another creation of a decentralized currency that's going to be as powerful as Bitcoin is.
Yes, it was like that one. That one article where it was literally like the apex of like that. Bitcoin could not have came out at a better time than what it did. it is going to have to be some extenuating circumstances for it to work again the same way. No matter how good intentions or whoever.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's going to be a great ride. I just want to keep hanging out here with you guys. I want to keep enjoying what may come, right? Let's see how Bitcoin unfolds. Let's see how it gets integrated behind the scenes into so much of the future.
We just want everybody and their mother to know about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
and hey, you know what? Even if they don't, even if it doesn't work out like that, and it is just integrated into the background, at least we're here. At least we're part of it. At least maybe we're going to come up financially out of the situation. At least we're going to secure ourselves a place in the future and generations, right? Because if we're actually going about this properly, we're going to secure enough to take care of our children as well. Because it's the ideal of holding Bitcoin long term, right? So long term is giving them some.
Yeah.
Right. We've already started giving Eugene Bitcoin. Eugene's actually talked about, now that he's working with me on the weekends and receiving money, that he was talking about getting some via the Cash App.
Yeah, because they have the Cash App together, and he was thinking, I'm going to, because his KYC actually went through, even though Eugene's did not.
Yeah,
and
so
you
he was
didn't
talking
actually,
about
but yeah,
doing
like,
the minimum. I think it was $5 or $10, but doing the minimum every weekend.
Yes, and he talks to his friends about Bitcoin, and they say, oh, yes, we actually know. And I mean, our child actually does tell them a little bit more, because everybody always has kind of a shallow
questions.
view
They have questions.
on
Everybody has questions. It's hard.
Like, they know what it is, but not everything. And our kid does help. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. The more people, the more children. Okay. So we have. Okay. BTC Moon Guy says, yo, Bitcoiners made it.
All right. I'm glad you can make it, BTC Moon Guy. Hit the thumbs up. Share it out to some other social media platforms. Let people know what's up. Let them know that, hey, we got a free help desk, right? I got some emails linked to down below if you got questions about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency because you're new in the space and you want to find out what's up, right? You want to ask some questions. You want to bounce ideas off somebody and you want to not pay for it, right? And you want to not get ripped off because they're not trying to make money off of you. You know, it seems like the golden ideal here. I wish I would have found this person back when I got into Bitcoin.
Know, right?
But you know what? I'm here now. I'm providing these services. I will get back to you. I love it when people shoot me emails and ask questions. It makes me feel important, right? It gives me value in my life.
Zaza says, I'm here for the sound money and tech.
The sound money, yes. I mean, I always tell you guys that the reason I found Bitcoin is that money wasn't working. You know, I mean, no matter what I did, I'd go to work, I'd get a job, I'd work in a factory, I'd work all this overtime, I'd get all this money, and then I'd have my day or two off.
Calculate like all of it, and it was just never enough.
It was always just enough to pay. Like if I worked the 60 hours, it was enough to pay the bills, to pay the insurances, to buy all the groceries, to pay the gas to get me back and forth to work, to be able to save a little for the vacation and the Christmas.
To be unhappy the entire time.
To always be tired. Yeah. I always remember being tired. I remember working 60 hours a week and with the hour commute there and back.
Yeah, we worked at the same factory and it sucked. All we were was tired and cold. Waiting for the next paycheck, already spending the next paycheck, calculating if and that was the shittiest when one of us would get sick, because I got sick at one point and then like 2 weeks later you got sick. It literally was no, we can't call out. We've already calculated that we need this many hours. But you gotta suck it up and deal. Here's some emergency.
And it's because it's because of that, right? It's when there's a certain amount of money that you have to make, you have to do this, you have to do that. It's not really how it's supposed to be. Air and water are absolutely free. Food should not be a roof over your head. Right, like you have to go work
First
2.5
off,
weeks.
Food should not be what it is with the whole foodies and the crazy things.
All right, this is personal opinion, Samantha. We have to slow our roll.
I'm not saying that culinary and yes, Okay, fine.
I don't know. I know there's this
but-
new place in Gainesville that
Shut
has
up.
potato donuts with bacon on them, and I so
Yes,
want to go
the
try them.
Halo donutness or whatever. Yes, I'm just saying that food should not be as expensive as it is, and everybody should not have to work as hard as they do to do both, feed and be happy.
Well,
Those are two separate
problem
categories.
Is that everything is owned by the government, the FANG corporations, right? And we're all at their mercy. We're at the mercy of the 1%. And what they do is they design this mechanism that keeps you having to go to work to make them money in order for you to keep an existence where you feel comfortable.
Yes.
You want to feel comfortable in your life? Well, then, hey, you're going to hop in our machine, our mechanism. And our mechanism is a trick and it's a trap, because the only thing you really do produce is me money.
Yep. You're going to have the iPhone 9 with the iPhone AirPod 10s or whatever. And you're going to have your like Air Jordans, and you're going to have all of your stuff.
What do we got going on over there in the chat, Samantha?
Right.
As we're off on tangents tonight.
Yeah, right.
Of course, we're drinking.
Down the rabbit hole.
The bonfire is dying out. It is Saturday night.
As a
we love hanging out with our friends.
UK master likes to say down the rabbit hole, and down the rabbit hole we go. All right. So
we were able to stop in on Brian's chat the other day. It was on our lunch break. It was quite nice.
In between washing
cars. So
if
you do watch this episode, Brian.
Nice.
Hi, buddy.
Hey, UK. What's up? All right. So Johnny Boy Crypto says, sup, y'all.
All right. Johnny Boy Crypto. That's a new one.
I have not seen him often, but I mean, he may be there occasionally.
All right. I appreciate you coming by, my friend. Every time we get together and we talk about Bitcoin, we're spreading awareness, right? Because if we're in crypto, if you hold crypto, then, I mean, you kind of really believe in the fact that there's something wrong with the dollar and that this decentralized currency has power. As long as that little spark works and takes off in your head, then we're kind of relating here. We're on the same wavelength. The problem now is, let me convince you some more. Right? Is let me help tell you what I see. And maybe we might see some of the same things. Maybe you might see something better than what I see, and I want to see what you see. Right?
Okay. So, Nevada Giant says, still feels like explaining the internet to people in 1994. Most don't care. Yeah. I mean, like, that is the problem.
But there's always these people that are at the forefront, and I don't want to like say I'm at the forefront, but I remember when computer and dial-up internet came out. I was one of those people.
I mean, yeah, you were definitely more forefront than I was, because it was my senior year, so like 1998.
See, I was in middle school
or whatever was when my family finally got a computer,
so
like a house computer.
5 years prior to that is when, because there's only a year difference between me and Samantha. Don't let her fool you here.
No, it was because I think my father, because he worked for the military, he had computers like at his job, but it was like until we actually got one in our house. I mean, but super early, like the
1440K dial-up modem.
Horrible. In
dialing up with call wait and dialing 3 people so that we can connect all of our computers to play World of Warcraft together.
Hey, but I mean, I guess at least you had people that you knew that
there were some other ones too. We used to play a few RPGs where they were like stick figures.
I mean, I know that I took a computer programming like class in middle school, and I literally
did you make the worm that goes around and around?
No, I did the dark pixel, white pixel kind of deal, and I made a dolphin splashing out of the water, a crab, but it was literally dark and light pixel. It was not super awesome, but I mean, it was half of the call signs.
I don't know. All right, so what is this boiling down to? Where are we getting at here? My beer's almost done, right? We got to wrap this up. And I can say, right, my name is Eugene Forrest, and from experience, I've been in cryptocurrency since the last halvening, and I have seen it do tremendous things. And I see no reason not to believe that it's not going to continue to do tremendous things in the future. And I want to partake in this journey. And I think the best way is to hold as much Bitcoin as I possibly can. So every time I can save $1, I like to buy Bitcoin with it. I hope you guys keep joining us and continue to do this as well.
All right. So we have
we have
Benson.
Benson.
2 Eugenes in one house. Of course, there's 2 Eugenes in one house. Benson. I am literally the only female, unless you want to start counting
the birds.
John from Malibu says yes, and they fight over the beer. Cha-ching. Beer. Yes. All right. James Benhart says, hodlers, stay together. We watch the traders, the news, price swings. There are boundaries everyone has. Mine is no daily trading.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing something out of your lane on occasion because you see an opportunity, right? I've taken a few trades because I've seen an opportunity, but that's not where I'm out. I'm trying to make a trade every day or every week or every month. I'm usually half the time I'm trying to figure out, like I said before, me and Samantha have a new business that we're trying to get up and going. Most of the time I'm over here trying to figure this out, how I'm going to get, the equipment to continue running because I bought it all secondhand, how I'm going to get more advertising.
Why is it this?
Right, posting on Facebook.
Is that enough pressure? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, so you have to take your pace with Bitcoin because it will burn you out, right? That's why you hear these people saying about the suicide hotlines. If you've heard, if you've invested too much more than you can lose, it travels 10 times faster than normal life.
Yep.
But you don't have to, right? You're capable of traveling at normal life speed. Just keep an ear to the ground, right? I haven't said that one in a while. We're here to just keep an eye on what's happening with the news in the cryptocurrency space while we go about our daily lives and earn our paychecks and love our families.
I mean, it's not to the point where you need to have a good day or a bad day because of the Bitcoin price.
Of Bitcoin, right?
It is that you just need to be aware.
It's okay, though, when it pops up a little bit that you go around
price.
telling everybody, be like, hey, yeah, dude, did you see the price of Bitcoin? It's up like a lot. Like a lot. Yeah. I'm into Bitcoin, right?
I mean,
I know I do. When the price of Bitcoin's up, I'm like, you guys, it's up. It's up. It's up.
When we went to a con, it had plummeted down and it had start coming up. And all of the people that do you know what's the price? Oh, did you see? Oh, is it? What's the price? Oh, yeah, Bitcoin.
Well,
yes,
I mean, it was
does not really matter.
It was 1 year ago today that we were at Electric Daisy Carnival because it's going on right now tonight, and I'm disappointed that I'm not there. But still, we were there passing out Bitcoin flyers, right? That was the first time we went and passed out 500 Bitcoin flyers a year ago. And you guys helped donate all the money to make that happen. You guys got us to there. You got us the flyers. So that was absolutely fantastic. And we did it for like $700.
Yeah. It was something like 7, 9, something like that. Not crazy.
So we've come a long way. I remember that. I remember the event. I remember the price of Bitcoin. I remember all of this stuff. And how much has happened since do you remember, Samantha? How much has happened in Bitcoin since a year ago?
Yeah.
When we went and passed out 500 flyers and we were nervous as could be.
I know, the first time.
Yeah.
As we're all like, oh my God, are they gonna, they're
what are we gonna do?
us. Are they gonna take them? It says no soliciting. It says no flyers.
I just remember tucking them in my waistband and being like, man, I hope they don't lift my shirt
and
up.
I had like 20 of them in my back, like in the butt. Square butt was what was happening. But I mean, and it still didn't happen. I mean, yes, we got in with all of them. We talked to so many people.
Yep.
We actually saw people with totems and shirts that said Bitcoin. Every single time that we went to any of these festivals, we thought like, oh no, not there are people in all of these that are already promoting.
Mm-hmm. We're not the only one.
No.
Yeah, we're not crazy people.
No.
We're just on the fringe.
I mean, when we were at Wakan, there was probably 10 dudes that walked by and said Bitcoin, let alone
Right,
the couple
we
that
didn't even have
actually
flyers.
talked. No, it was just Eugene
Yep,
actually wearing his shirts, the shirts you see on the show,
Mhm.
like the same shirts.
All right. Well, we should probably start wrapping this up. We should probably start winding it down. I am super glad that you guys come out here and join us this evening. Please go ahead, comment in the chat. We care about what you guys think because that's what this is all about, right? I want peer-to-peer. I think the world gets better with peer-to-peer. I think that the third party is where everything gets mucked up. So, hey, YouTube's helping us out here. Let's get together. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's talk about changing the world. Let's make it a better place. Maybe too late for us, right? Like, I'm not that much of a dreamer, but I think that we all have kids and people that we care about that are going to be here in the future, and we need to do something for them.
All right, we do have people.
Really?
Oh, yeah, we do.
I love it when we got people.
All right, so BTC Mooncase says, great rabbit hole talk tonight. Vengeance says, exactly. All I am really wanting was a way to save up enough for retirement, but inflation kept robbing the value of my savings, so I sort of gave up on saving money for much of my life. I mean, yep. And he said people used to be able to save money back when precious metals were currency. I mean, your grandfather and your grandmother actually were able to literally save money because it was enough back. And I mean, they were only in the 70s that they actually saved. My grandmother literally does not live off of much of Social Security and lives off retirement and bonds and weird stuff that my grandfather had from the 60s or 70s.
I think that's how my grandfather went too. I think that it was because I knew that he was an MP in the Army and he retired from that, but then he continued because you only have to do 20 years.
Yeah.
And he went on to the nuclear. Well, I know he was a volunteer fireman for a while, but then I know he went on to the nuclear safety plant.
Yeah.
So,
and he actually
and then he retired from there.
Yeah, I mean,
I think he got 2 retirements. But hey, that's 40 years of working. I don't want to do that. I want to love my family. I want to see the world. I only get to roam this earth once. Why the hell do I want to make a FANG corporation a bunch of money?
Yeah.
I want to experience this place.
Why are you making anybody else besides
Why am I making
anybody a bunch of money? Really?
There's only one garden and I want to be in it. You know, it's this garden right here. I mean, I love that my backyard is like this, but I know that there's places that are even better than this. And I can't live there, but I want to lay my eyes on them, right? I want to go meet a bunch of people and shake their hands from all around the world and see and experience what they have to tell me about their lives. And that's not going to happen stuck in a factory. That's not going to happen stuck in a glass box selling tickets.
Yeah. All right. Nomadic Giant says, I gave up the rat race over 3 years ago.
Right.
And
Nomadic
left
Giants
the
is
US.
living the dream, right?
You are living the dream, bro.
What you're doing, my friend, is something that we aspire to. Like where you are at and the freedom that you receive from the cryptocurrency and the fact that you're a writer, which is a borderless job, is fantastic. I love that you're my friend. I love that you come to the channel and give us a thumbs up. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to be able to say that you're our friend.
Yeah, it is the epiphany of what it is supposed to be.
Right.
Bitcoin can make you nomadic and not have a problem at all. I mean, he literally says, it's amazing how cheap you can live and how little you need. That is right up Eugene's alley. But I mean, it is. Air and water is free, and the little bit of food that you have to purchase, really? How much is that? How much is that if the man hasn't got his hands in it?
And also, I mean, if you also don't have like an obesity eating problem or whatever, I know it gets to be expensive for them when you have, mental
Yes,
conditions
where you
and
have
all of
to
that
eat
causes.
more and more.
But I mean,
yeah.
I eat twice a day. Like I eat a
Yeah.
little something once for lunch, and I like to have a nice dinner.
We both eat twice a day.
So-
there's no real breakfast, and I mean, we don't eat large amounts.
Mm.
But yeah, and
I
our
mean-
son doesn't either. I mean,
A place to sleep, that's it. Really, they're not that expensive, especially when you get out of America.
oh God,
and
and
it's
then
not
you,
$80 a night at a motel.
and then you hear about like Ivan on Techno. He was saying that whatever internetness they used and like certain stuff. I mean, you could literally be able to barely, drink your whatnot and eat some food and like pay for internet data at like $10 like every 15 days or something. I mean, he was literally saying his data plan was like $90 and he had like so much better than what we had when we were close to Tampa. Yeah. I mean, so okay.
All right.
Entertain yourself. And
So what do we got in the chat? Anything more, or are we going to be wrapping up this episode, Samantha?
Bitcoin Jake is here now.
Bitcoin Jake, oh, you're coming in at the end, my friend.
Well, he says I wear a BTC shirt almost every day. Yeah. Yeah. Eugene tries to wear a PTC shirt almost every day, but no matter what, he really
least when I'm
rocks
not
the hot
working.
old BTC hat.
If I'm not
No
working,
matter what's going on.
whenever
it's
I'm
still
working,
the
it's like
hat.
I have to wear the work stuff. If I'm working for the other guy or whatever that I work for on occasions, I try to wear his work stuff. If I'm working on my own, I wear.
Yeah, more.
I'm about to order some work shirts. We're about to be getting some of my own custom logo work shirts, so that's definitely a nice step up.
Yeah, we're thinking, me, you, and the kid, all fancy work shirts. Yeah.
Maybe I'll share a photo to the Facebook or the Twitter for you guys.
Why not? Why not?
I don't know, because I usually keep the personal life and the Bitcoin life a little separate. Can't dox yourself too much.
You can buy a car with Bitcoin. What's the difference? Oh, I saw a really nice Tesla driving down the road today.
I'm still waiting to detail a car for Bitcoin. I got one guy who has Bitcoin. And I keep telling him that I do it for like half the price if he gives me Bitcoin, just for the fact of that I'll be doing it for
the
Bitcoin.
one guy.
Yeah.
Yes, I would too. It'd be like, no, just give me Bitcoin, and I will literally do it for like $20. Yep, no. Screw the 60, 75. No. Like just
All
send
right.
me it.
How are we, Samantha? Anything?
All right. We are good.
All right, you guys.
Bitcoin Jake says in 1913, an ounce of silver was $1. The dollar has lost 95% of its purchasing power. Take that. 5% times 20, 100%.
I don't know. And it's hard to see it when you're in it every day, and that's really one of the biggest things that cryptocurrency helped teach me, is that when you're in the dollar bill, and it's not that you see the dollar, it's that the next item comes out.
Yeah.
Is that the next car comes out or the next cell phone comes out, and the price is even higher than the price of the one before it. And that somehow makes the value of the dollar less because everyone has to have the new one.
Yep.
So, you know what I mean? If shirts were always $5 and then all of a sudden tomorrow all shirts are all $7, everybody has to have a new shirt.
Of course. I mean, yeah.
So the value of the shirt didn't change. The value of the dollar changed. And that's where people don't see that, because they just see the dollar tag on there like, oh, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, John from Malibu says, thanks, guys. Gotta roll.
All right, man.
Zaza says, nice. I give a 10% discount when my customers pay in Bitcoin. Nice. 10%. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We're hoping it was only one guy, okay?
Right? I'm looking for my first customer with Bitcoin.
It was one dude with a random question, not an actual, Yeah,
Yeah,
because he paid in cash. So
yeah, but he was running through the options. I think that's what it was. He was like, "Do you pay with the Cash App? Do you have Venmo? Do you have PayPal?" And then he was like, "Do you have cryptocurrencies?" And I was like, "Actually, I do."
Yeah, do you have digital?
I was like, "I got it all,
What?
man. I'll
Yes,
take
I do.
everything. You got value."
I will figure it out.
I will figure
Just
it out.
send that shit to me.
All right, you
Thank
guys.
you.
I appreciate you coming out here. I appreciate you guys hanging out here at this channel as often as you guys do, spreading awareness with us, hitting that thumbs up every time that you do, right? Because it means a lot. It makes a difference. I see it. I see the numbers. I see the numbers consistently. I know that we have between 38 and 45 viewers, right? I know that between 15 and 22 of you are going to hit thumbs up. And I love it. Thank you guys. You guys are our friends. You really are. All right. Take it easy. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Do something fun because you only got one life. And remember, keep that BTC safe. Later, guys.
Bye, guys.